Hello and welcome to Avendo Gaming. My name is Warrior and this is episode 8 of my Let's Play Tyranny series. In the last episode we started attacking the Vendrian Guard Citadel. It was a real action-packed episode actually, a lot of combat. More combat than in one episode that I think we've seen in the 6 leading up to it. So yeah, we knocked off a bunch of guards outside the walls and we climbed the walls, killed some mages that were holding the wall together. The disfavored ran in. Just as we got to the next courtyard, the Scarlet Chorus burst in and started fighting the disfavored instead of working towards a common goal, which has been pissing me off. But anyway, that's what these games are all about, is the story. And you know, I just wish there was a couple more options, but a lot that you could choose. But like, again, nothing's ever perfect, nothing's ever the way that you want it unless you're the one that made it yourself. So I'll learn to live with it. I'm having a lot of fun though. And yeah, we finished the last episode with a big battle, which decimated most of my health potions and stuff. So we'll see how we go from here. Anyway, let's get into it. Alright, we've got a new thing here. There is no way out for the Vendrian Guard. Defeat them here and end the battle with the Vendrians well once and for all. Alright, cool. Can we get through here? No, seems to be a whole bunch of stuff over here though, but it doesn't look like we can get through. So anyway, let's go through the door. Something tells me the game doesn't end here. There's still 6 days left. Alright, what do we got? We've got Ebb. We've got an archer, and we've got Sage Apprentice. Things could get pretty crazy. Anyway, let's see how we go. Tarkus Ari. So, you are the vanguard of Kairos' conquest. Not as tall as I imagined, but we can't all choose our executioners. Already word of our defence spreads throughout the land. You're 7 kinds of stupid if you think our war ends here. Before you stands Captain Tarkus Ari, de facto leader of the dwindling Vendrian Guard. Short, sunburned, and agitated. Even when standing still, her body is a compact sculpture of muscle and bone, and her face is short on symmetry thanks to the scars and dents of a dozen brushes with death. Though your lives will certainly end here in Ascension Hall, she chortles, pointing upward to the ceiling, its stone arches somehow supporting the massive weight of the spire overhead. Consider yourself fortunate. Some of the finest rulers of Apex met death by duel in this hallowed hall. Truly, there's no finer place to settle an intractable feud. Sisters, brothers, Ari looks back to her cadre of soldiers with a solemn nod. It has been a privilege to lead and an honour to share in your final days. Taking a deep breath, she turns to you, waiting silently. What did you hope to gain from your rebellion? Seems your uprising amounted to nothing but dead kinsmen. Any last words? Athletics 43. Brandish your weapon menacingly. You had so many chances to surrender. I have orders to make this excruciating and slow. Law 43 not met. Subterfuge. I am but the first of your problems. The chorus and disfavored are right behind me, and the one thing they have in common is a hatred of you. Let's go. Seems your uprising amounted to nothing but dead kinsmen. And what did taking Vendrian's well cost you? How many disfavored corpses rust in the valley? How many choirmen fell to our blades? How goes the endless battle of the blade grave while you deal with us here? Ari laughs, wincing as she clutches her side. And tell me, are the Archons unified in victory? Did the armies bond in camaraderie over our deaths? Our stand here is the first of your problems. You've traded your kinsmen to slow the inevitable, nothing more. How did you know the Archons were feuding? You've traded your kinsmen to slow the inevitable, nothing more. We've demonstrated that the armies of Kairos could be shamed by stubborn peasants. The Overlord's empire is vast, his armies numerous, his magic unstoppable, yet he cannot destroy our fighting spirit. Hardly the show of force I'd expect from a truly fearsome Overlord. I hope that argument keeps you warm in the emptiness of the void, Guardsman. Verse, okay, yeah, fair enough. What did you hope to gain? Any last words? Let's go with athletics. 83 athletic skill experience. You underestimate our resolve, Fatebinder. The captain looks to her soldiers for a reassuring glance, but he is met with nervous eyes and shuffling of feet. A moment of silence is broken as one of the oathbreakers dashes for the exit. That's good. One down. Coward. Captain Ari stomps her boot with rage. No matter, one soldier will make no difference. Sisters, brothers, Ari looks back to her cadre of soldiers with a solemn nod. It has been a privilege to lead and an honor to share in your final days. Taking a deep breath, she turns to you, waiting silently. Whoa. Any last words, or this ends now? See, I kind of want to go to any last words because hopefully that gives us another option to try and get rid of another guard or something, you know. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. What do you reckon? Leave a comment. Like, do you think that it's the right thing to try and get rid of another person, or do you think just attack and this ends now? Any last words, anyway? Yes, a broad smile comes over Ari's face. Tell the voices in the rat we are most thankful for his aid. We would not have made it this far without his support. Alright, well, you over here, you straight in here, I think, and you go a hard shot. Over here too.
I will aid you.
Yeah, you do that. We're running straight out of healing potions and such. I'll tell you. I probably should have healed first there, but anyway. Let's use the poison. And yeah. Why did you run in there? I'll tell you. Reputation ability unlocked. Unnerving presence. That's cool. Alright. You come over here and do this.
Can't wait to try that.
Alright. You use some rot spear.
Again.
I want you to get angry. Alright, verse. Let's do a skewer. An old mate. Let's
I'm on it.
get some dodge and parry and stuff up. Oh geez, what happened there? Alright, use a healing potion. You can't use anything else yet. You use a healing potion. Alright. And then
Not a problem, boss.
shoot, put this guy on fire. We want thrust. Okay, that didn't do much, and then we want
Right.
slice.
That was beneath you.
And you're a bit off being able to use a heal or something like that. Alright, heart shot. Alright, you.
I always have this much blood.
Alright, now you. You're okay. No, you've got nothing else you can do right now. But you can use your health. You come over and engage here. And you also start shooting this one. And Barrick, you're doing a fucking great job, mate. You just keep it up. You just keep that shit up. We'll keep that potion of protection in reserve for you. What have we got here? We've got a lesser healing potion. Yeah, let's just use a lesser healing potion and yourself. Okay, we've got a bit of time before you can use another potion, so we'll just get Warrior to do a thrust here. This didn't do much. So we'll do a slice instead. Alright, she's bleeding now. Still got a long time before we can... Alright, she's burning. Okay. No, she's down. Okay. Have we got... No, we don't have anything more that will...
Got dark all of a sudden.
We don't have anything more that will revive. Let's get a heart shot in. Okay, is she dead? Not yet. Let's
I got it.
get someone dead. Come on, kill Eb.
This weapon.
Yeah, there we go. Eb's down. So let's use Iron Tolling.
Is useless.
And try and discombobulate and taunt. Alright, now thrust.
Take that.
Yep, now slice. And now heart shot. No, heart shot missed. Yeah, just keep on going. We're all good here. Another thrust.
Why can't I hit anything?
Another slice. No, slice missed. Anyway, she's going down. Heart shot, come on. There we go. Alright, nice. And then roll the disfavored. Here we go. You worthless gnats, we may die, but others will follow our example. Mark my words, the captain coughs up blood. You've bested their leadership. Most impressive. Remind me never to underestimate the skills of a fate binder. I'm honoured to have had a hand in the glory. I'm sure your Archon will be pleased that I managed to do your job for you. Betray Alliance. Now you arrive. I shed blood to take Ascension Hall. This place, the spire, the valley, it's mine. All of you be gone. Whoa. That is one hell of a decision. What do we do here? This game sounds like it could be very replayable with all these interesting little alliances and choices you can make. Man, okay, that's thrown me. That's thrown me. I like it. I'm on it. Let's just go with the try and get some allegiance or alliance growth with disfavored. I'm honoured to have a hand in the glory. Gain favour with the disfavoured twice. It is the disfavoured who should be honoured. You've been with us from start to finish of this long conquest, from the gates of judgment to this, a very moment of victory. Thank you, Oracle, for all that you have given the Legion. The party has received stubborn Aegis. The clatter and madness of combat has finally ceased. Ascension Hall is, for a moment, tranquil. You have gained favoured with the disfavoured, lost favour with the Vendrian Guard, and gained favour with the Scarlet Chorus. May pox take your children. Ari slumps to a crouch, her body trembling from injury and fatigue. With those words of defeat, the burning hum you've heard in your head for days on end tapers into nothing. Your mind returns to a state of quiet you have not felt since before you proclaimed the edict upon Vendrian's Well. I lay claim to Ascension Hall, let us be free of this edict. And with that, Kairos' edict of execution shall be no more. Or say nothing. You know what? Let's just say nothing here. You feel a tug in your chest as a warm energy begins to form around you. Before you know it, you feel as if you are lighter than air. Master of Ascension. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Interesting. Alright. We must be going to see Kairos or some shit. I bet we have to go and quell the rebellion in all the other fucking regions now. Gain control of the mountain spire in Vendrian's Well. Alright, here we go. You blink away the last of the luminescent trails in your field of vision. The masonry of Ascension Hall is replaced with wide open space in every direction, save for the slab of ancient stone beneath your feet. High winds shove you, pushing you off balance. The air is cool and thin, unsatisfying to your lungs. Verse, this is certainly a change. The wind ruffles the feathers in her hair, and Verse quickly smooths them down. A damn cold change. She peers over the edge. Think I could land on my feet if I jumped? Not that it would matter for long. Kairos, be merciful. What now? Barrick spins around on his feet, looking about, trying to take in as much as he can through the narrow visor of his helmet. Everywhere you look, mountains rise up along a distant horizon. The river and forest below bring to mind maps of Vendrian's Well, and you quickly trace the Matani, the Irinev, and all the numerous waterways of the region. Higher than you imagined it, this is indeed the pinnacle of the spire at Vendrian's Well. Tarkus Ari, how did we get all the way up here? Ari strains to stand up, clutching her side. I'm Marshal Erenos. Erenios? What do you think? How do you think that's pronounced? Erenios? That's probably the way. Another question, how in the name of Graven Ash do we get down? The Iron Marshal walks to the edge, trembling a half pace back as she peers downward. The warriors below must be sensing that the edict has ended. We should all be down there by their side. Much as I would relish the opportunity to fight alongside the disfavoured right now, I cannot begin to imagine the chaos unfolding beneath our feet. Barrick clenches his fist with a squeal of metal and turns away. Send word to Graven Ash that we are successful. I hereby claim this place. This is now an extension of Tunon's court, and all combatants must leave. Enough bloodshed for one day. I demand all blades sheathed. You know what? I hereby claim this place. This is now an extension of Tunon's court, and all combatants must leave. Oh, yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. This is no longer strictly a military concern. We need to take a breath and sift through what just happened. You would claim this place for Tunon? That would actually be a strategic advantage for the disfavoured. We can't spare the soldiers to garrison this place, yet we'd like to deny the chorus every foothold possible. The Iron Marshal nods, slowly at first, then with confidence. I will happily counsel Graven Ash to support this claim. Send word to Graven Ash that we are successful. You have gained loyalty with Barrack. That was a worthy battle. Not since Stalwart have I seen such courage, such determination. Oh, but the siege needed you spans ago. Agreed, and I would be honoured to deliver your auspicious message in person, but, she points over the ledge, I think the blast of magic from the spire and the edict's end should have been clear to everyone. But Graven Ash will want to know you are safe. Go through that portal and return to Graven Ash, then return to me with any news. Point to Ari. We hand her a note. The parchment will survive the impact. Oh, man. That is brutal. Oh, dude, that is so brutal. We hand her a note. The parchment will survive the impact. Oh, man. This game just got real, didn't it? Alright. Leave me a comment. Leave me a comment. What would you do in this situation? Oh, jeez. This is just brutal. Fuck. I'm struggling with this decision. I kind of want to fucking just push her over the edge. But I'm kind of curious to see if we actually get Ebb as a follower or not. Considering we have like reputation with her as an individual character, and I doubt that like pushing her captain over the edge is really going to help. But I did say I was going to try to be a little bit more evil than I usually am, so screw it, let's do it. We hand her a note. The parchment will survive the impact. You have gained loyalty with Verse. I had my reservations about getting involved with you, Fatebinder, but this puts them all to rest. I couldn't be more pleased to stand at your side right now. What? Ari rears up. You bloodthirsty fuck. Write your declaration of control. On second thought, we'll send a message through that portal. Nah, we're going to do it. Write your declaration of control. You write a carefully worded declaration of sovereignty, naming Vendrian's Well and its Spire as your lawful claim. With the power vested in you by Tunon, Archon of Justice, neither the Archons nor their forces are permitted to enter save by your invitation. This is barbaric. The Vendrian Guard have lost enough for one day. Tuck the note in Ari's gauntlet. Push her off the edge. Oh. This is brutal. No, please. Weakened from injury and fatigue, Ari struggles against your grip, but to no avail. You drag her, thrashing and bucking, to the edge of the spire. You slide your note into the sleeve of her gauntlet and give the oathbreaker a swift kick. For several seconds you hear her screaming. Eventually the sound fades away, drowned out by the whipping winds. This is brutal. Bang. This is fucking Sparta. No doubt I'm the very definition of an enemy of the Overlord. I didn't just resist, I led others into resistance. So I know what's about to happen, but I know when I've met my match, and like most folk, I'll do whatever it takes to live. If you will show me mercy, I will pledge my life to you, good Fatebinder. So you do get her. The Tiecaster bows on one knee, lowering her gaze. I know I'm an oathbreaker, so my word isn't what it used to be, but I promise, if you spare me, I will serve you well. Serve me well and all can be forgiven. Why would I possibly trust you? My mercy has a price. If I let you live, I'll regret it, won't I? Execute her. Nah. Or serve me well and all can be forgiven, or my mercy has a price. Let's or my mercy has a price is tempting. You know what? I've been a bit of a dick, so I'll go back the other way. Keep them guessing, you know. You've gained loyalty with Ebb. If you will have my fealty, it is yours. I, Ebb of the Tiecasters, do hereby pledge my life and loyalty to Warrior. She dips in a formal bow. I will serve and obey so long as you have need or want of my skills. and conversation. Nice. Vendrian's well has fallen. For the second time since the conquest began, Kairos' armies take the citadel from its defenders. With your help, the Vendrian Guard rebellion has been crushed. You claimed Ascension Hall with your disfavored allies, satisfying the terms of Kairos' baleful edict. You and the forces of Kairos are free from the Overlord's death sentence. With the threat of execution no longer looming overhead, the Overlord's armies turned their attention away from the citadel and towards each other. The tensions that flared over the long siege reached an explosive crescendo as the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus armies clashed iron and bronze in a hasty, disorganized battle. As his forces were cut down, the voices of Narat and his officers escaped to the Stone Sea, leaving the conscript army to carry on their battle against the disfavored. Pussy. In the aftermath, the disfavored broke camp and withdrew to their fortress in the Blade Grave, there to regroup and prepare for the extending campaign against the Scarlet Chorus. Having taken Vendrian's well for yourself, Archon Graven Ash recognized your lawful claim to rule and occupy the spire. As days passed, the wounded and injured were nursed to health. You explored your strange bastion and planned your next step with careful deliberation. As word spreads that the Scarlet Chorus and disfavored turned on each other, factions once resolved to bend the knee are inspired instead to continue fighting. The Archon's feud has heralded the collapse of Kairos' offensive. Tunon, the Archon of Justice, observes the chaos and discord spreading across the land. The Archon summons his Fatebinder to return to court at the Bastard City and report on his actions in Vendrian's Well. Alright. Nice. Civil War. What a shame that it descended into this. Archon Ash will want to meet and discuss the next steps. Best that you regroup in Iron Hearth. Gather your strength and regroup, but don't leave the Archon waiting. Send Ash my regards. The General has done much for me, and I wish he was here to see this. I'll join the Archon at Iron Hearth after I speak with Tunon. Tell Ash that I will join him in due time. I'll join the Archon at Iron Hearth after I speak with Tunon. You've gained favour with the disfavoured. That would be best. She shakes her head and looks out on the spire with fresh bewilderment. It's not enough that we're fighting two wars, now we have this puzzle to puzzle through. I don't envy your position. See you at Iron Hearth. The dizzying energy from the spire falters. Whatever force awoke the powers that reside here gutters and fades, though a faint hum persists in the sculpture at the centre. That's odd. There was a portal here a moment ago, but it seems to have vanished. I don't know what happened. This is all new to me. Look around for a solution. The humming from the curious sculptor pulses and builds in volume, as if to draw your attention. Reputation ability unlocked. Disfavored favor ability. Stand together, stand tall. Alright, so what do we got here? We've got some level ups. Your power is increased. Your acquired mountain spire. Alright. New quest, Stirring Visions. All sorts of shit's happening right now. So we've got attributes, 4 points. Well, she's our mage, isn't she? So let's go some spell strength, and let's go some quicker ability cooldown. Let's do that. Alright, Grave Light. Send a charge bolt of arcane energy at a foe that bounces to hit nearby enemies. Yep, let's do that. Create a powerful jet of water that strikes a nearby target and knocks them back. That's always handy. Summon a globe of water just around the target's head, leaving them to slowly drown. Fucking, that's brutal. Afflictions applied to Ebb have their durations reduced. Elemental Fury 1. Gain a bonus to all frost damage dealt. Grants bonus armor while Ebb is wearing light armor in combat. Yeah, that's always a handy one to have. Lift a target into the air and violently throw them back down to the ground, dealing crush damage. Oof. Cause each enemy in a cone to trigger an explosion of grave-like energy. Foes take arcane damage and a portion of their lost health is drained back to ebb. That could be an interesting one too. Let's go with that. But also, afflictions applied to ebb have their, yeah, let's just do that to try and move on to this one down here. That all looks pretty good to me. Okay. Staring visions. Whatever you did in Ascension Hall, Invendrian's Well has given you the power to interact with the spire. Before you ascend the spire, you had a vision when the edict broke. Understanding this vision might help you better grasp this new power you have acquired. The teleporter that brought you to the top of the mountain spire of Invendrian's Well is shut off and left you stranded atop the pillar. Perhaps the strange device at its center might hold the key. Yeah, that sounds like it's about right. So, I have got full wrath with the voices of Narat. Yeah, that doesn't change. Grave and Ash got a little bit more favour than wrath. Ebb fears me because I kicked the captain off the spire. That's a fair call. But her loyalty is getting up there. I've got about equal loyalty with Verse and and fear with Verse, I should say. I'm getting a little bit of loyalty with Barrack. That's good. Bender and Guard fucking hates me. Foe AoE. -6 accuracy for 3 seconds, radius 3 meters, alright? And also drain strength. Drain 2 resolve, drain 2 finesse, drain 2 might. That's pretty crazy. Disfavored. Yeah, I've got favor. Stand tall, stand together. +1 resolve for 3 seconds. I wonder, are these all... Yeah, so that's all passive. So all this is passive. So that's cool. That's that word I was trying to think of in the last episode. Passive abilities. Alright, and Scarlet Chorus... It only seems the voices and the rat really hates me. Alright, that's cool. Alright. Spire upgrades. And we can hire more recruits. That's crazy. Scroll, I've got a scroll. We need iron ingots, bronze ingots, alchemy supplies, hides. Okay, so there's no maintenance costs at the moment. The ancient device perched atop the mountain spire in Vendrian's Well is a product of a forgotten age. It is unclear what function it once had or if it can be used again. Resting it in any spire grants a bonus to all skills. Alright, edicts. Select a region to view the information about its current edict. Edict of Storms, Edict of Stone, Edict of Fire. No active edict. Alright. Okay, that's cool. So we're in Vendrian's Well right now. And there's no edict here, which is fair enough, yeah. Because we just ended it. So I wonder if we're going around. I wonder if we're going to be going around trying to slowly conquer these other tiers and getting rid of their edicts, or anyway, interesting. Stubborn Aegis. Let's put that. Oh, okay, what is it? Bound to Warrior, is it? -15% all damage taken while health below 35%. This modest shield grants extra protection to wielders who have sustained life-threatening injuries. Okay. I am a dual wielder though. So, what's that going to do for me? We definitely need some healing supplies. That ain't hard to figure out. What do we got? Okay. We don't have any magic staves because we sold them all. We've got a scroll. That's cool. I'm guessing you've got... Oh no, you're in cloth armor. Oh yeah. Nice booby armor that. What's this do? Oh, you can change your armor color. Okay, that didn't seem to do much, but anyway. Heavy armor, bronze. No, okay. Well, it's saying we've got new power, so like, what's going on down here? Here we go, so... Potion of Elemental Barrier. Light of the Grave. Okay, so that's Warrior and Ebb. Yeah, that's cool. Can we like get rid of that? Oh no, I didn't want to take it. God damn it. I wanted to move it. Alright, let's take our like shared abilities. Where's the one with Barrack? Iron Tolling, and put them on the end there. Alright, now these are our attacking abilities, yeah. Concealing shadows, that's like defensive, and drain strength. Alright. Let's how do we go about toggling all this shit? Select all party members. Okay, formations. We got different formations here. That's cool. Alright. Let's bring all of our shared abilities to the end over here. And just makes it a little bit easier. To select them all. Or do I even get rid of them? I might even like get rid of them on Warrior, because like he's like the common denominator, isn't he? Yeah, how do I like delete it though? Do I just have to bring something? Anyway, I'll figure this out. That's alright.
Sorry about that.
Let's just get on with it. Is there anything? Oh, yeah, we've got quite a... To the west you see the shining spire of Lethian's Crossing. Alright.
On it.
To the east you can see deep ashen clouds surrounding the burning library. Okay. And then in the center, on closer inspection, a series of symbols carved around the base of the structure come into view. One symbol pulses with a blue-white glow. The pattern resembles the glowing lines of light seen on the floor of Ashen Hall, moments before you found yourself transported above the clouds. As you stare at the symbol, the chill of the wind abates and your chest swells with warmth. The air finally feels welcoming. your lungs sated at last. You staked your claim on the tower and everything in it. Whatever that sculpture is, it belongs to you. I can feel power running through this place. Ebb surveys the surroundings, her gaze sweeping to the object at the centre. You can sense the magic of the spire even from down below, but up here, this close to the axis of the spire, the deluge of energy is numbing. I feel dizzy. Do you feel dizzy? Barrick massages the brow of his helmet, causing a howl of grinding iron to echo across the expanse. Touch the sculpture. The stone is smooth and cool to the touch. Marbling patterns move with the curves of the sculpture, looking more akin to veins than imperfections of rock. You can't find a single marking to suggest an artisan's tool. As you are about to draw your finger away, you feel a sudden return pressure on your fingertips as the sculpture touches you back. The sculpture is once again still. There is a rush of warmth through your body, a jolt of enervation that steadies your balance. A barrage of tactile sensation floods your mind as you feel footsteps and wind, but not on your face or on your limbs. A moment later, the flood of information begins to make sense. You are feeling the wind against the spire and even the weight of your own feet as if the spire were a second spine. With this connection made, you feel your awareness pull from this place, not as a traveller, but as one glimpsing the world from impossibly far away. In this moment, there is nothing you cannot see, though you see it nearly all at once in a flood of sensation that is difficult to pass. You see a spire at the crossing of an ancient stone structure, two walls extending off into the distance. At the base of this eternal spire, settlers and merchants act in every way unconcerned, toiling under the observation of unforgiving taskmasters. As the shadow of the spire falls over them, the mood changes. The settlers pause in shared unease and look up at the sky, toward you. Some of the faces looking at you are familiar, and you recognize this place as Lethian's Crossing, where you served during the war. Near this settlement, built at the joining of the ancient walls, you see a breach in the massive masonry, a cleft into the forbidden, hidden realm within the old walls. Drift closer to the spire or drift into the old wall's entrance. Drift into the old wall's entrance. Shadows envelop you, muting all sound and vision with slight delay. There is a feeling of perversion, of wrongness. Whatever arcane power is allowing your senses to drift free of your body seems to falter in this place. Figures haunt the stone halls, drifting emanations of cloud, claw and fang. They pay you no heed, but you fear them all the same. In the depths of this forbidden place, the deepest chamber is bathed in light. An arcane symbol illuminates the floor, though the details hurt your eyes when you focus. With a gentle tug, your focus pulls back to a new horizon, though it takes you a moment to recognize it as Vendrian's well. You've returned to the awareness of your immediate surroundings. The effect leaves you unsteady on your feet. Drift closer to the spire. The spire seems similar to the one you now occupy, though instead of radiating arcane life, it reeks of dust and crumbling stone, a branch withering once pulled from a tree. It reaches you with a barely perceptible tug. The link between you and the spire recedes. The arcane bond is still present, but the mystical energies for the moment are quiet. Your body flooded with excitement and fatigue, it's unclear whether the mystic connection is strengthening you or siphoning. The tower offers nothing by way of answer, and you know that asking would only yield more silence and mystery. The deluge of sensation is over, but the positions of the other spires still linger in your mind. From your vantage point atop the mountain spire, you can easily spot the mysterious structures, each of them rising high above their distant surroundings. Interesting. Strange. Ebb curls her fingers and draws back a quick sigil in the air, then studies how it fades. The magic of this place responds to you. The portal, the braziers, it all grows more vibrant when you approach. Before we get ahead of ourselves, it's worth remembering that you ended Kairos' edict. That's no small feat. Maybe your connection to this place is related. Either way, it sounds like something for the arcane-minded to investigate. Be sure to see me after your audience with Tunon. We cannot let the Scarlet Chorus gain hold in the tiers. Together we will wipe them from the land. Come to see me as soon as you can, Fatebinder. We have a lot of work to do. Alright, so there's a lot of shit that's just happened.
On it.
We've got a whole bunch of portals, 6 portals, yeah. So maybe 6 spires. Who knows? I do kind of feel like asking what these guys...
And so, civil war divides the armies of mighty Kairos. The reckoning that comes of this failure will be great indeed.
Yeah, let's just get through some conversations here, because I want to see if we can get any more information, or maybe we can get some more favor or wrath with them.
We find ourselves in the darkest times. Brothers and sisters who fought for a similar cause now skewer each other over blighted lands in the favor of distant powers.
What would you have done at Vendrian's world?
Backing the disfavored was the only logical choice. Graven Ash is the only Archon worthy of your confidence, and you were wise to recognize as much. Naturally, I would have done the same. Whatever others might say about what happened in Vendrian's well, you acted from instinct. I can't help but respect that.
Nice. I have some questions for you before we move
What can I do for you?
To Barrack and Verse, have either of you noticed that you fight particularly well together? Would you like to discuss removing your armor? No. Tell me about the disfavored. I have some questions about the Scarlet Chorus. We should talk about your connection with Verse. To Barrack and Verse, have either of you noticed that you fight particularly well together?
The thought has crossed my mind from time to time. During the many battles of the Conquest, we found ourselves standing back to back with enemies on all sides on more than one occasion.
The big guy here is as useless as an empty scabbard without his phalanx to keep him alive, but I move fast enough to compensate for it. And it's nice having a living wall of rusted iron I can use for cover.
Yeah. How do you think this is possible? I want you two to train together. I want you two to train together.
Absolutely not. Our fighting styles are incompatible, and any disfavored lieutenant will tell you not to join at the hip soldiers who can't stomach each other.
I'm inclined to agree. If you want to pair up fighters, there has to be some great passion or magnetism between them. We don't have it.
I could command you to train together, subterfuge, bluff. If neither of you is up to the challenge, then I won't force the matter. Yeah, let's do that.
A valiant attempt, but I'm not as easily swayed by your courtly tongue.
Neither am I. At least, not in this context.
Hey, Vagan, look out, Verse. Alright. We can discuss this again later. Alright, what do you have to say, Verse?
The Scarlet Chorus and Disfavored are at each other's throats. Can't say I didn't see that coming, but the Archons might have waited until one war was over before they started another.
Yeah, it's not hard to agree with you there. Do you think I made the right decision? Their war doesn't interest me. Do you think I made the right
Fighting with the Disfavored. Oh, not the call I would have made, but I'm sure you have your reasons. If you like iron weapons or something about that purple uniform excites you, then be my guest.
I do like purple.
Who can say? War is all about compromising your morals, deciding who lives and dies. What seems like a mistake turns into your greatest call down the road. Let me make one thing clear, just so that there aren't any misunderstandings. You support Graven Ash, and I couldn't care less. I'm here because you've done what none of the Archons could. Not even the voices of Nerat would fault me that. He's also a complete bastard, and I wouldn't want to miss an opportunity to stab him in the gut and take control of his army. So, there's that.
Fair call, Verse.
I'll say this much. Our time together is anything but dull. My blades are yours for as long as you'll have me.
Nice. Noted. I have questions.
What do you need?
way. Here we go. I would like to discuss your apparent connection with Barrack.
Do we have to? Look, I'm not opposed to a lively discussion of my past, but at the moment I'm not in the mood. Could we talk about anything else?
Alright.
What do you need?
I need to get some more reputation. And then Ebb.
Salutations, Fatebinder. Or should I now call you Lord of Vendrian's Well? The Spire King? Prince of the suggestive vertical slab.
Warrior will suffice. Glare silently. Fatebinder is fine. Glare silently.
You do that a lot, don't you? The silent thing. How does that work for you?
Professional habit. Silence often unnerves the guilty. Glare silently. Or glare menacingly. Smash your fists together. Professional habit. Silence often unnerves the
A
guilty.
wise point. In my own experience trading, the less said, the more power one has over negotiations. So if I might ask, what is your plan now? The edict no longer looms overhead, and Kairos' conquest of the tiers seems to be slipping. What with the armies and civil war.
First order of business, I should speak with Tunon. I'm improvising. Any suggestions? The plan is to destroy the Scarlet Chorus. The disfavored the Scarlet Chorus, all of the Overlord's minions will fall. I will crush the remaining local opposition and complete the conquest. None of your concern. I will crush the remaining local opposition and complete the conquest.
I see. I'm sure there's little I can do to persuade you otherwise. Just consider that the people of the tiers will someday bow to Kairos. Why not have them bow to you instead?
Yeah. First order of business, I should speak
I
with
would counsel
Tunon.
you to do just that. I'm sure the events of Vendrian's Well are best explained from your mouth to Tunon's ears. Furthermore, I'd guess the Archon of Justice would want to know your take on the Archons and their divide.
Alright, that's all for
Well,
now.
short of Tunon giving you orders on pain of death, you have the luxury of acting on your own volition. Though the Scarlet Chorus are likely to come for you. Whatever you decide, I'm at your disposal.
Your assistance will be most helpful, thanks. Try anything duplicitous and you'll wish you were taken by Narat. We should be going. Do we go? Yeah, no, we should be going. Alright, so that's cool. So we've unlocked a new ability with Ebb. That's cool. Ebb. Yeah, here we go. So we got our fear right up. So, Heart of the Storm. Ebb imbues the Fatebinder's weapon with the ability to channel lightning through it. While the effect remains, the Fatebinder's attacks will evoke a powerful electrical explosion. That's cool. So, it was worth those conversations just to unlock. That. I might have to do those combos a little bit more often. Yes. Stand tall, stand together. Alright. Do not await your return to his court in the Bastard City. Alright, so that's another one here then. Arcane Missile, no. Grave Strike, where is it? Heart of the Storm. Alright, cool. Yeah, let's go, I suppose. Okay, so we're at the top of the spire. We can go to the Ascension Hall, or we can go to the Citadel. Let's go through the hall. Alright. Okay. What have we got here? The stone throne is caked with a solid layer of dust. No one has sat upon it for quite some time. Yeah, cool. The intricacies of this architecture suggest a master of craftsmanship that is far beyond what you would expect from a normal tiersman. All that remains of the plates and the goblets are moulded bits of bread and dingy water. A decent meal has not been had for a long time. Yeah, fair call. Let's go back through the keep and see if anything has changed. Yeah, so we've got the obviously the defences have been taken down. So let's come and see what was down over this side. We've got some more supplies and such that we can pick up. Alright, looks like the
I'm out of
barracks.
practice, but I'll try.
Research, dagger plans. These partial plans describe the process for crafting a powerful weapon, but more research is needed. Alright. These small barracks are nowhere near large enough to keep the Vendrian Guard comfortable and well rested. Sleeping occurs in short shifts, with soldiers rotating in and out of beds. So I wonder if there was a way to get in here without having to fight your way in. Bloodstained leather training grounds. Vendrian Guard trainees spire in this area. Perfect for their martial craft. Like, I wonder if discussions had gone differently with Ebb from the start. Like, would you keep... well, would you join up with the Vendrian Guard, you know? Interesting question. Wasn't there a chest over here that we could look in? Or was that down here? Oh, down here. Got some scrolls or such. Locked iron gauntlet. Alright. Take that too. New spire forge plan available. Locked iron gauntlets can be created with access to a spire forge. Okay, so you the recruits do different things. A skill trainer who teaches unarmed attacks, parry, dodge, and subterfuge. A skill trainer who teaches one-handed weapons, parry, and athletics. Sword breaker. Skill trainer who teaches one-handed weapons, two-handed weapons, dodge, and athletics. Corpse hire, battlefield scavenger with many unique items for sale. A skill trainer who teaches one-handed weapons, two-handed weapons, dual wield, parry. Yeah, okay. A fate binder with the ability to change what skills you are proficient in. Oh, alright, so an old beast woman who regularly provides food to take into battle. A smith who regularly produces weapons. That's pretty cool. So you can hit, alright, yeah, there you go. So I'm guessing he shows up somewhere in here. Where's the forge at? Or maybe he's out in the courtyard. Let's go and have a look. It's coming up on the end of the episode, but let's just go and have a look and see if our hires show up in the courtyard. Alright, we've got a helm. Alright. Oh yeah, and there's the that's my sigil, isn't it? Or isn't that my flag? I can't remember. Yeah, that's my flag. So that's cool because I've claimed the place for myself. That's rad. Alright, a whetstone, that's handy.
Sorry, can't.
It's damage date back
I'd
to
say that's
corruption,
worth a
initial
second glance.
Conquest, alright. That is one of the few blemishes remaining, is testament to the Vendrian Guard's reconstruction efforts. Surely is, yes. What's this say? The central spire stretches into the clouds, towering at a height that is difficult to comprehend. From here it appears almost completely unassailable. Yeah, that's a good shout. Okay, so we don't go through to the other... We don't go through to the other wall, or to the other section. Right. Anyway, let's leave it here. I think we made some good progress. Yeah, it definitely appears that there's way more to this game. I was interested to see if it would take the full 6 days to actually take the citadel or the spire, but obviously it didn't, and now there's other battles around the place to fight, I suppose, is the way to put it. All right, well, thank you very much for joining me today. Please like and subscribe. Comment if you got something to say. How do you think the story's gone so far? I'll put a link to my Let's Play the Banner Saga series, and also a link to the playlist for Tyranny if you would like to go back to the start. Maybe this is the first video you're watching. Other than that, I hope you have a great day. Never stop loving life, and I'll talk to you soon.